Hey gang, Marco here, the Bob Ross of VSO. And right off the bat, I want to take a moment to say thanks to this community. We've had more than 500,000 views and more than 5,000 subscribers, so I'm both humbled and thankful for each and every one of you. I do also have a new channel that features behind-the-scenes clips from the hottest films and TV shows, bloopers, shorts, and reviews. The link for that new site will be in the comment section. It would be awesome if you guys could subscribe there too. The channel's just getting started, so I really need your help. When we get to 1,000 subscribers there, I'll be giving away exclusive movie memorabilia and other prizes, so please check it out and smash that subscribe button. Okay, back to ESO. The developers have wanted us to get into scribing, and many of us have, so I thought it would be fun to create a character that only uses scribed skills on the ability bar. The scribe. So how strong would it be, and would it even work? Well, guess what? It's fun, it looks pretty cool, and while not the meta or the strongest toon in Tamriel, it still showcases all those new abilities. So let's get into it and take a look. First, a few of the basics. I wanted to make this simple for you to try out, so I'm a Magicka Sorcerer, but it would work with the Stamina one too, and any class will also work. I've put all my points into Magicka, and obviously I'm using a Destruction Staff for my weapon. Whatever weapon you're using and whatever class of character you're playing will make a difference on one of your scribed abilities. My Mundus is the Thief, my food is Bewitched Sugar Skulls, and the usual tri-stats for the potion. I'm just using 2 easily crafted armor sets because this was just for fun. I'm using 5 pieces of fortified brass for all the defensive stats, and 5 pieces of Order's Wrath for all the offensive weapon and spell stats. These are both 2 easily crafted armor sets that I know you guys have access to. I'm also wearing the Oaken Soul Ring for the Mythic, and a Slimecraw Helm for the one-piece monster set. Simple, basic setup for gear, and a 1-bar character. I have mostly divine traits on the body pieces, with a precise trait on the staff. Magicka enchants on everything for the added sustain. Now I know I breezed quickly through the gear, so if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments section and I'll get back to you with the answers. Now let's talk about those grimoires. We're going to have to talk about what they do and then how to create them, so it's a little bit long-winded. So grimoires are spellbooks. They're used for scribing. You'll have one grimoire that works with whatever weapon your character is using. For the Destruction Staff, it's Elemental Explosion. Every weapon has a different corresponding scribed ability associated with it, and a different grimoire. But I'm only going to be demonstrating the Destruction Staff here. Then there are 5 other scribed abilities that will work with any class of character and any weapon. 2 are from the World abilities. They're Soul Burst and Wield Soul. 2 are from the Guild abilities. They're Torchbearer and Ulfsid's Contingency. And 1 is from the Alliance War. It's the very fun Trample ability. So we're going to choose 5 scribed skills from these 6 choices. Unfortunately, there are no scribed ultimate abilities yet, so I'm just slotting my ultimate from the Destruction Staff line. First ability is Repelling Trample. Here's what it does. It calls up your mount to trample the enemy, dealing 5,000 damage to all enemies and knocking them back 8 meters. The damage is increased as it travels outward, increasing 20% every half second. It also afflicts enemies with minor vulnerability for 20 seconds as a dot spell. Now here's how we scribe it. The Trample Grimoire, obviously, Knockback Focus script, Cavalier's Charge as the signature script, and Vulnerability as the affix. Okay, ability number 2 is Fiery Torch. This will deal 4,400 flame damage with each of 3 sweeps. Another 4,200 flame damage over 20 seconds as a damage over time, and finally enemies get minor mangle for 20 seconds with each sweep, reducing their health by 10%. Another very good spell. This comes from the Fighters Guild. I love this particular one, and here's how you scribe it. The Torchbearer Grimoire, Flame Damage Focus script, Lingering Torment as the signature script, and Mangle for the affix. Slot number 3 is for Magical Explosion, which is connected to our weapon, the Destruction Staff. Some players don't like this spell already because it has a 2-second casting time rather than being instant. This can be frustrating as it's a ground targeted spell. The damage is good though, 13,400 magic damage and then another 10,200 damage over 20 seconds. It also inflicts 20 seconds of Magicka Steel. Now Magical Explosion is constructed like this. The Elemental Explosion as the grimoire, Magic Damage as the focus, Lingering Torment as the signature, and Magicka Steel as the affix. Okay, the fourth spot is our heal. It's called Healing Burst, so very on the nose with the name. It heals us for 8,000 health as a burst spell, then another 5,300 heal over 10 seconds as a heal over time, and finally it grants us 20 seconds of minor intellect and minor endurance. Here's how we construct that spell. Soul Burst is the grimoire, Healing as the focus, Sage's Remedy as the signature, and Intellect and Endurance as the affix. On to the last scribe spell, Magical Contingency. This spell triggers when you cast an ability with a cost. It deals 6,400 magic damage, then another huge 11,300 magic damage over 22 seconds as a dot spell. It also afflicts enemies with minor Magicka Steel for 22 seconds. Here's how we're going to be constructing this spell. Ulfsid's Contingency is the grimoire, Magic Damage is the focus script, Lingering Torment as the signature script, and Magicka Steel as the affix. So I slotted Thunderous Rage as my ultimate here from the Destruction Staff line. It deals 7,700 shock damage every second for 7 seconds, with an added bump if we're using a lightning staff, which we are. As the alternative pick, you can create Leashing Soul, but I'm really not crazy about that spell. Now, why bother making a build that uses no class abilities and very few weapon abilities? Well, it's really just to test out some of these scribe spells and to see them in action. They do look cool. And I must tell you that nearly all of them were much more powerful a few weeks ago, but they've all been nerfed down to the level that I'm currently showing you now. Zoss is obviously still tinkering with the damage numbers. If you're interested in champion points, just look at my Unkillable Sork build that I released a few weeks ago. I used the exact same CP for this experimental build. I do encourage you folks to play around with these scribe spells, as they're going to get more interesting as time goes by and the developers figure out what they're doing. I'm sure eventually some of these spells will make it into the meta builds. Now please let me know which of these scribe spells is your favorite in the comment section. Are you using these spells? I was able to do all of the Overland content with this crazy build, including world bosses and dungeons, and some of the spells are obviously more useful than others. Now thanks again for supporting this channel. Don't forget to check out my new movie channel, the link is below. And as always, I'm Marco. Have fun with the scribing system in ESO. Be kind to other players. Check out my new YouTube channel and keep exploring.